Let's see. I know y'all are standing there looking at me, but we got to pop up again. Something to do with, I don't know, something in the main program. Morning, Scotty. Morning, Charlie. Morning. Rusty, how's it going this morning?
All right, buddy.
Good, good. Morning, fellas. So, I guess we'll jump right into it because I don't know how this is going to go. Tom's Food Factory. What's going on, buddy? I don't know how this is going to go. In my head, it sounds pretty darn tasty. But I got a new toy. We talked about this, a couple weeks ago, last week, week before. Using my 1 quart pot. Using the chimney starter. Pretty simple little thing, right? I added a big asshole right, or big A hole right there to fit my regulator through, and also widen one out down here. Can't see that. Widen that one out so the regulator could go down there. Why is that important? Because I don't want the hose to come out the top, because that's where all the heat's going to be. So the option of coming out here gives me a couple inches longer if I needed it.
And that's always good.
Yes, that's what she said. But, or I can just drop it down here depending on what I'm sitting on. And it's going to use one of these propane bottles. I had to mark the lid so I knew which one was already in use. But the new toy, I mean, this is part of it, is this little dude. Mod in a basket. Is there a fire department? Yeah.
Wait till I get home and take apart my heater again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fire department.
I did run this yesterday. No. Friday. I ran it Friday to kind of see how it worked because I cut the holes. And let me tell you. It works better than what I thought it would. So I got this like little burner, right? It was like $19 with Amazon Prime. Small little gas burner, opens up, and then the feet drop down like so. Here's the hose, like so, right? Here's the gas. It's got a spark igniter on it, but I won't be using it. You say, why? Because there's not room for it.
Yeah.
So it's got a little regulator on it, and which is kind of cool because the regulator is outside of the chimney, so I don't have to get in there with pliers or anything. So, and this particular model runs on butane, but if you run this adapter that came with it, it'll run off of the little 1 pound propane. So for the little trips to the lake or whatever, or sitting in the, sitting in a parking lot somewhere, you can do this. Honey Badger, what's going on, James? So pretty simple. Maybe. This cap's child-proof. There it goes. Stupid. Pretty simple. What I found was easier was this regulator twist, but put the regulator on first. No. It was the other way. Screw it onto this first. Maybe. There. Get it on there, finger tight, and then twist this on. Okay.
Shouldn't you have ran the regulator through the thing first before you hooked it up to the bottle?
Yes. But
I'm just asking.
Yes. I was.
You were
demonstrating
how it connected. I see.
Demonstrating. Episode of Mythbusters. So, what we're going to do now is we're going to run the regulator. We're going to run the stove down in here. This fits really well right on top of the
grate.
The cold grate. Sits perfect right up on there. And if I see, looks great, don't it?
Then
if I turn it like so, then I have the regulator outside the cook chamber. All right. And I can stand this up away from everything. Right. Or like that. Or however you want to set it up. Set it like so. Then there it is. Which is great. So now
I like the idea, the fact you don't have to worry about lighting coals, waiting for them to get hot enough, running out of coals, adding more if you don't have enough.
Yep.
Which really shouldn't be an issue with such a small pot, but you never know.
Well, and like we were trying to come up with different ideas and, you know, different ways. So if I take this in the pot and, you know, I have everything compact and it's easily travelable,
right.
You know.
And
so,
doing it this way, you wouldn't have to cut out the feeding holes for
right.
making wood for, you know, wood fire if you want.
Right. So I could have went and bought another chimney, but I'd already screwed this one up. So I just said, you know what? It's multi-purpose.
That's right.
So then basically kick this dude on. And believe me, it's going to pop. You don't need much. Woo-hoo-hoo. Now, this burner, I don't know what the BTUs were. There it is. You can see it gets hot. For our little pot, I mean, it's barely cracked right now. And you can feel the heat.
I can feel it just standing here.
So that's why I wanted to be able to pull this back and, you know, have the regulator on the outside. So basically, my little 1-quart Dutch oven.
You need to put your Amazon affiliate link in the description below so they can purchase this.
Yeah. I had an affiliate link, and then they said, you don't get enough traffic, you're done. So I do not have an affiliate link anymore. But there we go. Now we're cooking with gas.
Perfect.
So yeah, so now we're going. And if I feel like I need to, you know, adjust it, there we go. Nice, huh?
I think
I see you. Yeah. All right, good. So we're just, I don't know how this recipe is going to work, but anyway, this is pretty cool. I don't care. Even if, and I mean, you can still pick it up and move it if you need to. And that's why I kept the handle on it. But yeah. What do you think?
I think it's an excellent idea. You can go buy a whole bunch of these, make them, order some of these, and sell it as a kit. $49.95.
Well, these things are about $6 a piece. This burner kit I got for $20 with Prime. And then that's $10, and then this was another $40. So don't tell my wife.
$99.95.
Yeah. Pot not included.
And tank not included.
You could be in for about $30. But that's no tank and no pot. Just $10 there and $20 there. $30. And you're cooking with gas. And if I put like a cook rack or something up on top, then you could run the 2-quart pot. So we had plenty of airflow coming up. So you could run a trivet which was, I don't know where it went, but I had a cast iron trivet that would sit right on top of it. And then I could run a 2-quart pot, so I still had air coming up for the exhaust.
It's a small, I don't know, 8-inch, 10-inch flat skillet.
Yes.
And use it as a.
And, you know, here's the little South Pittsburgh skillet I got at number 3. You know, it sits right on, it would sit inside it, but, you know, if it had a cook rack,
yeah,
you could do that. Here's my number 9 Lodge Museum pan. See, it would fit just perfect on there.
Yeah.
So there's options. Let's see. Let's do the IR test. I mean, we're already 370 degrees.
Ooh, time to dump.
Yeah. So let's throw. So I'm a little high. But I haven't done a water boil test to see how long it takes to boil water because I see everybody doing that. I'm like, I don't know. I guess that would be cool if that's what I was going for. You know, like,
yeah.
But I'm not going for that. So I'm going to add a little bit of, you know, bacon grease because why not?
South Carolina state law.
Yes. If you're in the South and you don't use bacon grease, I don't know what. Keep that going. Okay. Get so when I was doing this recipe, I kind of went around and looked it up. I'm gonna get all the sides. I looked it up on like Google and whatever. There's not a lot of breakfast ones, but the big thing I wanted was to get the measurements kind of get measurements, so I kind of had an idea of what I was doing. So I've got a cup of breakfast sausage, chopped, whatever. It's about 6 links, 7 links cut up, just breakfast sausage. And to keep in mind, a 1 quart pot is 4 quarts. So we're a little high. Oh, and we were at the store yesterday. I got these little ones. The little ghost and the little pumpkin. Just for this. Just for my little pot. So anyway, the idea that I was looking for on either cup of ham is I wanted the recipe size. So like my Trinity, I've got peppers, onions, and
Garlic?
nope.
No garlic.
Pepper, onion, and celery that I froze in little baggies, snack baggies. And I used a 1/4 cup each. I could add garlic. I should add garlic. Uh-oh. But I was thinking if I had a cup of sausage, a cup of ham, and then my 3/4 cup of vegetables, and then that gives me room for eggs. And then I've got this cauli rice. We'll add some of that in there because I didn't want to. I don't like regular rice. It's just not me. I probably should do it for a regular jambalaya, but this is. I mean, I would eat it, but can y'all see what's going on in there? Or I should have had the second camera set up. But yeah, so now it's just a simple dump and go. I mean, brown and go. So once I get this brown, I'll pull this out. And then we'll put the veg and the ham in. We'll get those sauteed up. We'll add the sausage back in. No, we'll pull those out. We'll do the eggs because I want those scrambled, right? And then we'll pull those out. Maybe I'll do the eggs next. And then the veg and the ham, and then add everything back in. Add the eggs in last. Cooking with Corey. What's going on, buddy? Yeah, man.
You could scramble the eggs last. Then you don't have to ever remove them from the pot. Just put everything else back in on top of the eggs.
That's right. And the idea is we want to get that kind of fond on the bottom from brown and everything. So I'm getting some on the top here. Well, I'm not going to lie. I think this is working out pretty darn good.
I do too.
I still got some heat on there. So my idea of the 1 quart pot challenge, I think we're on it.
I do believe so.
I think we're going to be on it.
So I'll go ahead and order me one of them burners. And what you got? This is where?
This is the
Walmart brand?
Yep,
Okay.
$10. This I ordered off Amazon, the propane bottle. You get that.
I've got some of those at home.
Yeah. And then this is a Lodge cast iron 1 quart pot. So, but yeah. And then I got these where'd I get those? Michael's or Hobby Lobby? I forget, one of those. But I was like, I need a little, because it is spooky season now.
It's getting there.
So, and I was like, I need something small. And they would, I believe these will fit in the chamber, so then everything's kind of together when I go to transport it.
Right.
It would all fit in a milk crate. So like when you're going to travel, you can throw everything in the milk crate, and I'm still shooting the video by myself.
You know what? There's a little small gym bag. This would all fit into a little zipper like gym bag. Easy.
Yeah. Backpack.
Right.
Because I'm thinking like sitting on the beach, like my wife loves the beach. So if I can have her sitting on the beach and I'm cooking up something, then I could do whatever I want with it.
You know what? We could do this when we go to Edison next month.
We could. Well, we probably not, but we could. I don't know. It's just something fun to play with. So, and I mean, just like that, our sausage is pretty much cooked. Just for the food police. Right in the middle is 177.
We are done.
183.
Yep.
So, I got this one. So this one I got the spoon so I could try to spoon out. Spoon man. My singing makes your neck hurt. Come on, buddy. I don't blame you.
I think it's my pillow making my neck hurt. I go through this every morning when I get up.
Spoon man. Okay. So what have you been up to now that I've been rambling for a little bit?
Not up to much. We going through my my cousin, helping out there at the house a little bit. Since he passed away last weekend, helping Amanda clean up her yard, hauling off a bunch of yard trash for her, and helping her go through a lot of his stuff. And it's just it's weird to say this. Having a good time at the house because we're sitting there with other family and we're just reminiscing and talking about things in the past.
Yeah.
And so even though it's a tragic event, it was actually fun and enjoyable being around the family while we discuss it. And I told you yesterday, bringing home that patio heater.
Yeah.
Playing on my back deck for almost 2 hours, trying to figure out how to make it work and why the gas cuts off and I've never had one before, not knowing how gas valves and thermocouplers and things like that work. Just sitting there trying to figure it out. Just having a lot of fun with that. And because I was spending so much time on that yesterday, I didn't even go to the auction last night. And that was funny because I was out there and my daughter was out there, and while she was helping, before I learned how to take everything all apart, she was holding the head because the head was so heavy, and I was working on it while she was holding it. And then Tommy come out and said, "Hey, Dad, it's 6 o'clock. Aren't you going to the auction?" And then Teresa come out and asked me, "Are you going to the auction?" And I'm like, "No, I'm trying to get this thing fixed for you." But yesterday was another gorgeous day, beautiful outside. I was going to burn a lot of the wood pile in the backyard, but the wind was blowing too strong yesterday.
Going to use a little bit of my Bayou Bear. I thought I had Steve's cage now here, but I don't. So good. I don't know. Half a tablespoon. I don't know. Season it how you want. It smells good though.
Well, that cold hand really cooled that down quick.
Yeah. Kick it up. And it's just micro hair adjustments on this. Ooh, poof. Heard that. The other thing I got to watch is I don't scorch the bottom and burn the seasoning off. That was kind of why I wanted. So this is burners designed with the arms out, so you set the pot right on top. Which if I was using like a stainless pot, I wouldn't worry about it so much, like a heavy bottom stainless pot. Stephen and Jacqueline, what's going on? Drunken Chef, what's up? I'm kind of not paying attention. But
and I can't see it. So
yeah, and so I wanted to get it away from there, and that just seemed to be just far enough away. The burner's right here. So seems to be working out pretty decent. Seems like I got it too low to where it's cutting out.
Yeah, here it's sputtering.
Yeah. But the veg was also partially frozen. They were thawing out, so that's going to take a minute or 12. Okay. So what's going on this morning? Daddy Dutch, what's going on? Always have Bayou Bear in the kitchen. Yeah, I love it, man. I've got it, and then I have the black Bayou Bear. That's good stuff too. It's the same Bayou Bear, just has activated charcoal in it. So what I can also do is put the lid on. There we go. See it really cooking now. Superheat. This thing is it's going to take a little bit to play with. What I did Friday was I just turned it on and seen how it worked and everything. I don't know how hot. It's not getting hot at the bottom, which is I was kind of wondering.
Not at all.
Yeah, I thought maybe the heat would radiate down, but it's not.
Oh, there's enough
air gap around.
Yeah, enough space there.
Drunken Chef. Please remember, thanks, Chef. He said, remember to hit the like button. Yeah, man. We're playing around, man. This is. I can't tell you how long I've been wanting to do this 1 quart pot challenge, and because what I saw, a lot of you've already heard the story. I saw it like Malcolm Reed was talking about it on a podcast when they first started up. And I was like, what? So I Googled it, and I was like, oh, man. And so I started finding some old videos on YouTube. There's not many. And it got me interested. And what they were doing was they would all get, him and his buddies would get together, and they would throw like $10 or $15 into the pot. And then everybody, like the one guy had a big piece of steel table, like a 3/8-inch steel table out there. And everybody would light coals and then carry coals over and cook on their 1-quart pots. And you had to cook everything in that pot. All your meat, you put your meat in, pull it out, put your next meat in, pull it out, do your veg, all that stuff. And then at the end, they would have the women come out, the wives come out and taste test blindly, and whoever they all agreed was the better, then that pot won the money.
Right.
I could be completely wrong on that, but that's the way that I remember it, so that's the way I'm telling you. We all know that can be wrong. Because I'm wrong quite often. Surprisingly, the wood's not. Ooh, that's hot. Ooh. Getting hot now.
Not a surprise anymore.
Oh, we're starting to, the water in here starting to boil. Yeah, we just want to keep this up. Let's get that, keep some of that grease and that water in there.
Yeah, but how is that moisture going to affect the moisture from the rice cauliflower?
I don't know, but we'll find out.
There's a lot of moisture in that too.
Yeah, but a lot of this moisture is going to get hung up in the eggs.
It's going to look pretty cool. Me bringing my other cooking table over and us being back to back with the two burners going at the same time. It's going to look pretty cool.
So yeah, that was a thing. Is I tried doing it with the girls, and at the time I couldn't find a 1-quart pot. But I tell you that. When I found a 1-quart pot, it was $40 for that. But to get 2 of the 2 quarts from the lodge second section with lids, it was cheaper. So we went 2-quart pots, and the girls had done a couple of challenges head to head, but nothing like what we're getting ready to do. So many years in the making, theory is being tested.
Yes, it is.
So, and who knows? And you could easily substitute, because it is Spam timber. You could substitute this out for about a 1/3 can of Spam diced. Substitute the ham with Spam, about a 1/3 can. How's that? Sound good? Let's see. Bean, cornbread, Bloody Marys is going on here. Wow. We did, so I made cornbread. That's another thing I'll talk about. I saw these a while back when I was looking for the lodge cornbreads. Old El Paso has their cornbreads. So I finally bit the bullet and bought the cinnamon churro and the Southwestern. This one tastes just like a Southwest seasoning that my buddy used to make. And like if you just dumped a bunch of it in the cornbread mix. Pretty good. It was a little, we made chili yesterday, and it was a little bit off because it was a little sweeter than what I normally like. But yeah, it was good. The cinnamon churro, it's really good, but the sugar is, man, I was high as all get out yesterday. Eating this. Video coming soon. I just got to edit.
I made a pot of chili a couple days ago, and we found a box of Famous Dave's jalapeno cornbread.
Yeah, yeah.
And I made that, and I really, really enjoyed it, except for it was loaded with sugar. I don't like sweet cornbread.
Yeah.
And this tasted like a breakfast muffin with jalapeno. I mean, That's the only off-putting thing. The texture was great. The flavor, jalapeno flavor was good. But I just don't like sweet cornbread.
Yep.
But if it wasn't for that, I would say that would be a perfect cornbread mix for anybody. But if you like sweet cornbread, still it's great. But I just don't like sweet cornbread.
And that was the thing. Like the wife tried them. I did them in the cast iron skillets, and I did them on the grill, which she already was like, it's going to taste tinny or whatever in her head because it happened one time. So in her head, every time it's going to be like that. But she doesn't like sweet cornbread. And both of these are sweet. One's sweeter than the other, obviously, but they're on the sweeter side. So she didn't care for it, but she liked Southwest underneath her chili. I thought the sweetness played wrong. Like it took me about half a bowl to kind of get used to that sweetness because it just tasted raw off. It tasted sweet, and I don't like sweet chili. I don't put sugar in chilies. I mean, that's what it kind of tasted like was sugar and chili. It was a little off, but I mean, they're tasty. They're a good experiment to try. I think they were $2.50 a box. You know, you're paying more for the name,
Right.
but
we don't make cornbread a lot in the house because we don't really eat cornbread. But whenever I saw the famous Dave's jalapeno cornbread, I was just intrigued and I wanted to try it.
right. But what all cornbreads have y'all tried that are not Jiffy? I got a whole list of recipes to try from the Cornbread Festival that I kind of put aside and forgot about. And I know my cousin Mandy, I'm sorry, I still haven't done the shotgun shells that I was going to do. So that's going to have to happen. I don't know when. Soon. We're all going to use the palmini noodles and yeah. So that's going to happen. I don't know. I thought about that again the other day and I said, you dummy, you forgot about it again. And she doesn't even remind me. Still, I need to write on the calendar, be like, today's the day. Tonight, most of your liquid's gone. This smells good, though. It does. I think we're getting there. All right. Probably only need about half of that. Maybe a cup worth.
The aroma is awesome from this bag.
You want a spoon so you ain't got to make a mess? It's got a brine to it. Let's see. I mentioned to make chili, but it's been way too hot in the 90s. I think we hit 80 yesterday. But we also were getting ripped into that hurricane. Yeah. I don't know which hurricane, but
What letter are they on that so far? F now?
I don't know.
Francine? Francis?
Well, I could just eat this plate right here. What's up? Go. Let's see. What else? 90s plus. Barbecue comp yesterday. Which one was you at? Oh, Tom. I got a notification from my sister-in-law that Tommy's Diner there in Columbus is going to be featured on Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. So Tommy's Diner, for anybody, it's like a third-generation diner. And they're usually slap-packed. But we try to go. It's like one of the favorite places my sister-in-law takes us to.
Okay.
But they're going to be on Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, I think, Friday. I think it's this Friday. All right. So I'm going to add a little more bacon grease because there's not much. Most of it got soaked up. Just a quarter teaspoon maybe. Just a little something, you know. Something to help loosen up the bottom and lubricate it a little bit. All right. So dump in the rice. Basically, I just want to toast this. Usually this is the last thing, but because we're going to do the eggs, I want to scramble them and then toss this in. This would probably work really good in a small skillet. Oh, another video coming up this week. Well, I got to edit it yet. Is the event we did.
Oh, okay.
So we did. I know we talked about it. Let's see. Martha White sweet cornbread. Okay. I don't know if I've tried the Martha White.
I've got a bag of Martha White's cornmeal mix in the cabinet, but it's not sweet.
Okay. And then the Bexley Smoking Fire. Okay, you need to be wearing that belt back there. Yeah, buddy. Well, I've got my quart pot challenge belt over there, behind the camera. I got to do a little work on it. We made it. I have to get into that later because we made it during a hurricane. What, 6-7 years ago? The last one that came through, and they were they were shutting. Like, called off work, and I never got called off work. But they thought it was going to be so bad here, and I don't even think we lost power. But anyway, the kids and I made this quart pot challenge belt, and it's in need of a little bit of repair, not a lot, just a little bit. Needed, yep. Martha Wag got some good products. Pizza mix is pretty good. Okay. The pizza mix we usually use is the Chef Boyardee.
Growing up, that's what my mama did. She always bought the little box that came with the sauce and the little pepperoni already in it and all. And we made the dough from the kit. But I always now, whenever we make homemade pizza, go to the store, just get the little bag of pizza dough mix, and the kids mix it up in the bowl, and we cover it, let it rise, and we just get it because it's only like 99 cents a bag for it or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, I tend not. I mean, I like the pizza mix, like the Chef Boyardee when she makes it, but if it's just me and the wife, we don't. We just put all the toppings into a skillet and bake it. Because with her gluten intolerance, it's her gluten intolerance and my sugar intolerance. See, now it's not smelling as bad. Now it's not smelling as bad, is it?
It is. I mean, I am not happy with the aroma. It's not so bad that I mean, I know what it's going to taste like. I know it doesn't taste like it smells, but it does have cauliflower itself has a strong
Little. This has got like a briny, but we'll add a little Bayou Bear. Does that help? that help?
No.
Okay. That's probably toasted enough. All my little greases. So I had to add a little more grease. This is fine. Ding Ho, a Chinese restaurant in West Broad, was featured in TikTok videos. Business movement. There's been a lot of diners, drive-ins, and dives places that go under. Like they can't handle the boom, and then they end up going under because of it. Because then they start turning people away, and then as the newness wears off, now they've over prepared, and the shift happens where they're over prepared and they spend too much money because now all of a sudden they got to open up and expand. And
the guy explains that to him. The DDD effect. In the show, I've seen so many different documentaries where he sits down and he tells them, "Look, be prepared. You were going to get killed." And he said that things can happen. He starts describing how it's going to happen, and that it's don't get into it more than you can. But he explains it to me.
There was a couple places in Charlotte that were on there, and that happened with. The Penguin was one of them. Been around for ages, and they ended up going under shortly after being on the show.
I remember whenever Pinky's was on there,
Yeah,
it didn't tear that one down.
no,
That one's still going strong.
no, and we tried that place. It was pretty decent.
I liked it.
Had a little bit more. Trying to get some grease up on the sides, so any of that bond that would be up on the sides from trying to get it straight down some. All right. Correct me, 3 eggs. Let's start with 3. Probably 2 would be good, but too late.
Yeah, whenever we were talking about the 1 quart challenge, and I was talking about how little food that would be, see all of this stuff right here. This is, seeing it all spread out and separate like this. It's a whole lot more food than I was thinking in my head.
Right. I mean, that's a plate.
Oh heck yeah!
That's a plate. I mean, you could throw that down right now, put a little salt on it, and go.
You want to season the eggs, or is there enough fond in there you think they can season?
We can add a little more to it. That's fine. Notice he went with the black Bayou bear so you can see it. There's a ring.
There's a reason. Yeah, when I'm cooking at home and it comes time to add salt or garlic salt or anything like that. I always have my wife or my daughter put that in there because I can't see it coming out of the container.
You need to start pouring it into your palm of your hand and sprinkling it. It takes longer, but that way you get the feel for it. I shouldn't say you need to, but you could try that and see if it works. You know, I'm getting that little coating of eggs on the bottom, but that's all right. Just a little bit more. I have my olive oil out here, but a little more bacon grease because I didn't have bacon out ready to go with this. Okay. Now I should be able to cut that off. This will continue to cook.
Yep.
Dump everything in and let it heat. Pre-measuring for this, I think, is a must.
Oh, definitely. It'd be so easy to overfill that pot.
And I'm probably going to. Okay, well, look at that. Got it all in without spilling anything. Ooh. Now what do you think?
It looks good.
To the pumpkin. Now
you spill it.
Now I'm spilling. You can see that.
All we need now is some hot sauce and some cheese. And
Don't put cheese on jumbo.
no, but you do on breakfast.
And I did think about that. And I was
This
like,
is just like a crumbled omelet. It's ready to go.
yeah, I guess it, it could be like a breakfast casserole.
Yeah.
Does it sort of look like a jambalaya?
Yeah.
Oh, I just dropped the egg down in there. Gosh darn it. See, now the normal spot would be if you had your liquid and your regular rice, then I would just cover it and put the lid on it and let it sit and soak.
Soak up the rice. I mean the water.
The water and the parboiled rice. So I know how to make a jambalaya, partly. I haven't done it with Zatarans in forever.
They make a really good instant jambalaya.
All right, well, let's say hot sauce, huh? So my lid's cool, but I mean, we could easily set it on there and give it a few minutes just to heat through. I guess I'll go get some hot sauce. Because my inner Cajun didn't think of that. Probably because I'm a Yankee.
That's why I'm here.
Yeah, you're inner Cajun.
What do you guys think would go good with this? You think you ought to have some toast, put it on some bread, fold it up like a sandwich, put it in a tortilla? I wish I could see the comments, guy. I'm not ignoring you. I'm just blind.
Ugh. I know you like this one.
I do.
So I got him the Fireball hot sauce, and I've got Skyline chili hot sauce. Okay. Let's see. Looks really good. Thanks, Tom. Thanks, Tom. I'm hoping it turns out good. Move this.
I was just telling you. You know, roll this thing up in some tortillas, got you some awesome breakfast burritos.
Yeah, and then, I mean, we could easily have used a hash brown,
right,
and made a casserole, like a breakfast casserole. So that's a possibility. Right now, the concept, that's proof of concept. That's what I wanted. Whether it's an actual jambalaya, it's not a jambalaya.
The next cook can be a jambalaya.
So this was an idea I've been kicking around for a long time, and I wanted to try it. This has been around for a lot longer of an idea, but to actually see it, I'm kind of tickled. I don't know if y'all can see that, but I'm kind of tickled. But so yeah, so why this is still marinating?
And actually, I like the idea of the propane burner better than I do the live fire.
Okay.
I think. I mean, it looks neater. Cleanup is going to be so much easier.
Yeah. And you don't have as much in waste or stuff you got to carry.
Right.
Like if you had ash, then you got to dispose of the ash and the hot coals. So yeah, better place it with some fresh. Oh shoot! I think I forgot it. Let me go get that too. Top it with fresh. I don't have fresh. Gosh dang it, Corey. Go ahead and cuss Corey a little bit nicely. I don't have fresh, Corey. I'm not that good. I got the chopped parsley. I use it a lot. We're gonna need like small plates. We don't need that big.
Yeah, I don't see no small plate.
Well, I'll get it. Yeah. Or I'll use one little bowl and there is this little cast iron trivet or dish. About a couple little cast iron dishes. So now this I can unscrew. It's gonna pop. There. The other day I pulled that off without
releasing it.
Yeah. So now I put the cap back on and put a smiley face so I know which one I'm using. Because I bought a 2-pack. I don't know whether I should have or not, but
as little fuel as that uses, it'll take you forever to go through a 2-pack. But whenever we're side by side, I'm gonna need one too.
Yeah. And there's a way to run. If I got the Blackstone thing, I think I could run this off of a 20-pound tank. If I got the one that comes off of the disc with hook to, like the Blackstone hooks up to a 20-pound tank.
Right. If you want to try it, I can bring mine down.
Yeah. And then if we had if we had this screwed onto this, or the adapter that would go to this, to a 20-pound tank, but it splits off into two.
Whatever 20-pound thing would have too much pressure for these little.
It might. I don't know. That's something to play with later on. But for this, I was pretty tickled. And let me just lift this up. Then, like, now this sits out of the way, and it's cool. It's not hot at all. Like, up here's warm, but not bad. Down there's cool. That's still a little warm, so that's all right. Okay, I guess guess I'm procrastinating. Can you tell? Close down.
Good picture.
Outlift it. I know Nolan didn't like it when I did that the other day.
The video's okay. It's the sounds that.
That's the part she didn't like. All right. And then this lid, when I go to clean it up, if I was to cook with it during, like, on top and everything, you see the sweat that gets up on top of there? These little, call them nipples, they're basting. So the condensation would roll to them and then it would drip back down in. But what always happens, though, is when you use these, they rust really quickly. So the way that if I was to cook with it more than what I did, then I would have sprayed it with like a spray oil or coated it in bacon grease before I started using it. That way, I mean, the oil stays on, the water drips off, and it doesn't rust as fast. And then, so like, I'm just going to wipe it off now, and then we're all good. But I'll still wash it because I had a little rust spot I found earlier, a little surface rust. So a little bit needs a bit of attention. So, okay. Oh, yeah. Mini ladle. I don't even know where I got that from, but so let's slide this over. Let's get my two. Dang, that looks like a lot, isn't it?
It is.
And you was worried about not having enough.
Like I said, thinking about it, visualize it in your head. You think that because one quart, and that's just a little bit. But when you physically see how much food you can put in a 1 quart pot, it totally changes your outlook.
So this is a little cookie skillet that you get at Walmart during Christmas time. It comes with the cookies and the brownies.
I got one of those, and I got the one that's shaped like a heart that you get at Valentine's Day.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to show, like, you may not think like, what am I ever going to do with this? Like the Valentine's Day, hey, you just served breakfast, and really, that's a hefty portion. So, and then like this tray, it's got a trivet in it. It's great for dips and stuff, but
in a portion size like that, I'd be lucky if my wife would even finish that. She'd love to get this breakfast in bed in the heart-shaped skillet on Valentine's Day and not be able to finish her breakfast.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good.
Yeah.
And there's room for a little bit more. So we could easily feed a third. If I ran 2 of those instead of this,
oh, definitely.
or 3 of those,
definitely.
we could definitely have a third. So, well, Rusty, you got breakfast there. Let me slide my mess out of the way. And you need a utensil of sorts. I reckon a spoon would work. He's going to hot sauce his up, which is right there. Because he likes the Fireball hot sauce.
I do. Have I even tried the Skyline hot sauce yet?
Probably. It tastes like Frank's.
Let me try that one.
Okay. Oh no, hot sauce in cast iron. I know. Shut up. Man, you got, geez,
What?
Rex is going to have a field day with this. Oh, jeez. Oh, Lord. Dog's going to have a field day with this. All right. So,
It's really good.
I really get the thing from the hot sauce. Ooh, a little too much.
Good job, buddy.
Thank you. Thank you. Ooh. I think we can do a touchdown Jesus on that one. Yeah. And a little shout out to Notre Dame. I heard a little thing that they were, I saw a blurb, and I think it's all BS, but they were trying to get Urban Meyer to be the coach. But he's retired twice, so. Anyway, that's what I got.
This makes me excited for the jambalaya in there.
Yeah. So, Scotty, what's going on, buddy? Put some baby back ribs on the 2-burner gas grill. Oh, yes. He got, so Monument Grills was sending out all these grills to people, right? He got a new grill, and it's a 2-burner gas grill.
Right.
And it's red. It is sexy looking. I kind of like the teal greenish one, just because it's different. It's way different than the normal black gas grills or stainless. I'm really digging that. And you can easily use smoked sausage. Just dice it. You could use Spam. And I mean, it's minimal ingredients.
Yeah.
I mean, so I had a quarter cup in my Trinity bag was a quarter cup of onion, a quarter cup of celery, and a quarter cup of bell peppers. So what I did is I just sliced up a bunch, I diced up a bunch, had a big pile of each, and Cub actually weighed it out or measured it out. Quarter cup in this bag, and then a quarter cup in this bag. And then we had a couple bigger bags for like a 2-quart pot or 1-quart pot. And then the breakfast sausage, you know, they come like, it was half a pack of sausage links.
Right.
It was 7 links. The ham, we used about a third of it. So, and then the rice, we used about what, half?
Yep, probably about half of it.
Not half of it. So in a 2-quart pot, it'd be perfect. And yeah, that's it. I didn't use any bacon, but I mean, a couple slices of bacon would have been killer.
Yeah.
But it is, I say it's a jambalaya because it's got the Trinity and the rice in it. And Rusty likes it.
Yeah, it's really good.
We got, remember the dance? Yeah! Woo! Remember, we got to do the dance. I have to do the dance every time you. Oh, let me show them this. Slide behind. In closing, this is the Quart Pot Championship belt. Has the number 1 for 1 quart, and it says, can't read that, but it says quart pot AF, SB in the 1, and then just an SB. Missing a bedazzle. Oh, no, I'm not. Just isn't showing up. Oh, I'm missing a bedazzle there. But, yeah, it kind of fell apart on me the other day, but, you know, sometimes it's just hard. You know what I'm saying? It's not even paying attention. That's all. You know what I'm saying, brother? Yeah. So, anyway, we made this. This was a fun project while we were down with the hurricane. I think it was like 7 years ago. So,
And I like this hot sauce too.
Skyline chili. I got that in Columbus at a Skyline place. Or it was Kroger. I don't remember which. But I like that better than I do Frank's.
It's got a little bit more spice than Frank's does.
A little more twang. Woo.
But I like it.
All right, well, that's all I got today. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Our must-haves, you use mine all the time. Awesome. I will admit, I don't use this one near as much as what I should, and I'm going to start using it a lot now, especially with this new setup. The 2 quarters, I mean, they're great for appetizers, but you know, I want to get off my butt and start doing this stuff I've been saying I'm going to do for years. So, but that's all we got this week. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for indulging me in rambling and experimenting. Get out there and try something different, man. And I don't know. You got anything?
No.
All right. Well, we'll hope to see you guys Wednesday night on the Keto Show. You can tune in live here at 6 p.m. or catch the replay because that'll be available.
Yep.
What are you doing?
I'm going to be doing some type of a spam dish.
Okay.
And when I purchased probably 7 or 8 different flavors of spam.
Yeah.
And trying to figure out which one I'm going to showcase on my spam-tastic dinner.
Ooh.
So
Spam-tastic.
It's going to be good.
Okay. All right. So Scotty says, cool little pot. Go Raiders. We are actually watching the Panthers and the Bengals today. Bengals playing Kansas City, and the Panthers are going to get beat by who?
Oh, gosh.
I forget. The Chargers.
Yeah, our first home game.
Yep.
So we're going to be embarrassed pretty good.
But anyway, be the reason why somebody smiles today. Get out there and try this, and don't be afraid to try it. I mean, burnt stuff happens. It's cooking.
It is.
So, all right. Well, we are out of here. We will see you guys hopefully Wednesday, but if not, next week. And y'all have a great one. Remember, there's 2 rules in cooking. Did you have fun? Did it taste good? Rock on. Y'all are awesome. Have a great week.
Have a great week, guys.
In stream. Yeah. You guys are bad egg.